Hello, it's Rebel Black here from The Raw Woman. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to give you a really quick insight into the way The Raw Woman works and what areas we focus on in order to help the raw women that we work with achieve the outcomes in their life that they're truly desiring. Now, we love to work with raw women wherever they're at. The common theme for us, though, is that we want to work, and we will always work with women who are desiring to live the best life possible, that they are desiring a thriving life. And we do that through the lens of healing and evolving. And what we're really deeply passionate about is change that is long-term, long-lasting, and really comes easily. And so what we do at The Raw Woman is we focus very heavily on the superconscious and energy. So rather than focusing a lot on skill set, which we believe there is a lot of amazing organisations, institutions and businesses out there who are already helping raw women develop their skill sets. So really to change and modify their behaviour to help them achieve the outcome that they truly desire. You can go and do any kind of course on any kind of skill set. We think that the marketplace has already really got that well covered. What we feel has been a gap has been this conversation around energy and beliefs and mindset particularly. So that's where we like to play. And what we've seen over the last few years through our coaching programs, through the research and the study that we've done with hundreds of raw women, is that when we focus on the left-hand side of this image, down in energy and beliefs, in the superconscious is what we call it, we actually end up with really incredible outcome shifts for the women that we work with very little effort in behaviour. So with very little effort or input around skill set. And what we've seen happen is that what naturally starts to occur for women when they start to shift their energy and their beliefs, that their behaviour automatically starts to shift, the outcomes in their life start to shift, and the skill sets that they are naturally imbued with are able to just rise to the surface. Now, if I can give you an example of that, in business, often what women will articulate as their primary problem is a lack of skill set in, say, marketing and sales. So perhaps you would ask them, what is it that you're really struggling with? And if you peeled it back, it would come back to really struggling with communicating who they are and what they do in the marketplace, and then converting the people who are interested in that into paying customers, so marketing and sales. What we're realizing is that the women that we're working with have a natural skill set already within them as to how they how to communicate and how to sell. But there's a whole range of barriers that are in their lives, subconscious barriers and superconscious barriers, that do not allow them to tap into that natural skill set, and it, in fact, hold them back from really allowing that skill set to come into play. So what we do at The Raw Woman is we work back in the beginning, back in the superconscious, back in the subconscious, through energy, beliefs, thoughts and language. And we help raw women unlock the blockages that exist in their life so their natural skill set, their natural behaviour can rise to the surface. And it's kind of like the domino effect. So if we're just thinking, all right, we're just going to try and help someone change their behaviour. So if we stick with the business example, so we're just going to come into a business and we're going to teach someone how to be a better salesperson. We're going to give them scripts and we're going to give them training in how to modify their behaviour so they're better salespeople. That feels incredibly uncomfortable for someone who is still driving a negative energetic belief, thought and language pattern around sales. And so all you're ever doing is tipping the domino at behaviour so you get the outcome. Now what we find with that is that it takes a long time for that change to occur, and generally it's only a short-term impact, and people will revert to their natural pattern, which is to feel overwhelmed, to feel negative, to not want to be salesy, you know, all of those blocks will come to the surface again. Whereas when we work with women around the superconscious and at that energetic level, we see their behavior and their outcome shift anyway. So if you imagine the domino effect, if we're tipping the domino at energy first, naturally beliefs, thoughts, language, behavior and outcome shift anyway. And so it's kind of like we're going back to the root cause and we're digging it out and we're healing it, always healing. Our priority in the Rural Woman is always healing first. That is the lens we wear first. So if we're healing whatever limiting or negative energy and beliefs exist around a particular outcome or symptom that a woman is experiencing, we get a massive flow-on effect or a ripple effect for the rest of all of their lives. So what's really cool about this is, let's say we want, you know, in a business we want an outcome of more sales. That is our outcome. What we find is when we work back at energy, the outcome is achieved in the business area, but also in other areas of the woman's life. She's also noticing shifts. So she may be improving and deepening relationships. She might be able to have better outcomes financially. She might be able to have outcomes around her health and well-being, because we've shifted an energetic block rather than just behaviour. And so we're very, very excited, because what's happened is, what we've seen is, where before when we were just playing around in behaviour and outcomes, we would get, you know, we would get results for sure, but they would be short-lived and they would take a long time, so maybe 6 to 12 months. What we're seeing now is, in a matter of weeks, sometimes even days, if we're working in energy and belief, the outcomes for a woman can shift dramatically, and that those outcomes remain long-term. So we're getting a much longer-term impact in a much shorter time frame. And I feel incredibly excited about sharing the opportunity to do that with whoever is really excited to get longer-term impacts in a shorter period of time, by focusing on one or two things to get to unlock amazing outcomes in all areas of their life. So that's how we work. That's what the Rural Woman is all about. We play down in the energetic and belief space, and we use simple tools. We use a lot of healing modalities. We very much focus on healing first, because what we're witnessing in the women that we are working with is very deep-seated trauma and pain and toxicity that is really limiting their lives, really limiting. They're living great lives, so don't get me wrong here, but they are really limited in truly blooming. And so when we help them work through these energetic and belief blocks, we unlock everything else in their life, and all of a sudden behaviour and outcome just changes anyway. If you're interested to learn more, please contact us at The Rural Woman. We would love to be able to help you, your team, the people that are around you. This is truly exciting work, and we've got an incredible group of rural women that are part of our team here at The Rural Woman, and we all live by this in the way that we work and the way that we operate, and we have all seen extraordinary outcomes for the women that we've been working with, so we're incredibly excited to share. I look forward to talking with you very soon.